What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ben Sheep Podcast. I'm George Niang. This is my co-host, Kevin Spees. That smile is actually fraudulent.
It's fake.
Kevin has had a rough day, but we're not going to get into that.
Can we just get into the traffic really quick?
No, because then you're going to tell a story, and then I'm going to be upset with you. I'm sorry, grind on my teeth and be like, Kevin, cut this shit.
Nobody hates stories more than George.
But
right.
We have a lot of things to catch up on. Last weekend, Kev was busy being a dad, a.k.a. grill guy on steroids. You feel me?
By the way, you go to the beach nowadays. So, you go to the beach, right? It's very easy.
Are you the guy on the beach that wears like a shirt in the water?
By the way, you're tan. Shouts to you, bro. That might be why you're looking so sexy. I don't know if it's the pounds you're down or the tan.
No diddy.
So you could go to a beach and you can just go to the beach. That's all you have to do to go to the beach is just go.
Yeah.
A father has so much work to do to go to the beach, it almost becomes not even fun. It is still fun.
And this segment is brought to you by Magnum Condoms on why you should not have
kids. Look, it's all worth it because when you see the smile on your kid's face when he's playing in the water, it's
worth
the best.
it. Larger than life. But yeah, no, Kev was away last weekend. I had some things that I needed to take care of, but we're back and we got a lot of hot topics.
What do you want to start with? You hit me with what you want to start with.
We
first.
have a new head coach in Cleveland.
There is a new head coach in Cleveland, the odds-on favorite, I thought, going into it, who did an incredible job in Brooklyn. And in my opinion, should have never lost that job. But, whatever circumstances were circumstances. Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a proven head coach who not only, was successful as a head coach, but then went over to Golden State and was in a winning program for a few years. What are you most excited about having Kenny?
I think the biggest thing is his ability to kind of teach and show the game. I think that's amazing because not only do we have a young core and a young team, but I think there's some nuances and what he can do and show our guys and me and the whole team to help us grow. And I think that's all you want as a player, to have a coach that's going to believe in you and instill confidence in you, but also teach you the game and help you become better.
Yeah.
As long as they're aligned, with personal growth and team growth, and it meets at the same point, I think that's all a player ever wants, to be a part of a winning team and continue to grow and feel like Kenny pushes us over the top, which I really feel like he does. He has a lot of attributes and great things that we need, and his leadership is something we're definitely going to lean on this year, and I can't wait to get to work for him. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You also played for, I don't know if they're similar, but I think on the outside they seem similar. Quinn Snyder, yeah.
I think they were together in Atlanta for a little bit.
Oh, they were, that's right, yeah. But just kind of high energy, charismatic, can really rally the troops, great basketball minds.
Too. I think that's, people from the outside looking in, I'm sure you look at it why can't this guy make a shot, or why isn't this coach doing this? And they don't see the work that's put in behind closed doors, when realistically, a lot of people are putting in a shit ton of time, and amazing things aren't lightning in a bottle. It's not I worked hard today, that means tomorrow I'm going to be the best ever.
It's weird because
that is not how shit works.
But I went to the gym 4 days this week and I'm still fat.
And you got
so weird.
3 out of the 4 days.
I did not. I got punked once at the gym and I actually stood my ground, and I'm actually happy about it. And the comments were saying it. Shout to the chat for having my back on that one.
I love that. But another thing,
I want to ask one more question about the coaches before we move on.
Yeah.
There was a poll that went out that said, who to the NBA players, who's the least person you want to play for, and everyone said Tibbs. He's no one wants to play for Tibbs.
See that, I'm going to play devil's advocate on that because
I wanted your take on that. Yeah,
people are going to say that, but if you're one of Tibbs' 5, 6 guys, you will never say, I don't want to play for Tibbs.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, he's going to play you a lot of minutes. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a coach that's known to have a shorter rotation.
Yeah.
And if you're in that rotation, you probably love him. And if you're not in that rotation, you probably feel some type of way.
Cam Reddish.
Who?
Cam Reddish. He was not in his rotation, then went.
Oh, yeah. I mean, stuff happens.
I like Cam Reddish, man. I think, and he went to LA and had a role. He was,
shout out to, Paul George and his podcast. He actually shouted out an ex-teammate of mine, Deontay Burton. And he was saying in Oklahoma City that, Deontay was locking up, dunking on people, doing the things that he does. And he just never really got an opportunity. And kind of that's how the NBA is. If you don't get an opportunity, you're kind of asked out. And He's playing overseas right now, still playing, hell of a player. He can still play. But the NBA is all about opportunity and opportunity at the right time. And a lot of people don't realize in life you have to strike when the iron's hot. You know?
Yeah. Like,
not just the NBA. This is like, oh, I missed out on a deal that was lucrative. Oh, I didn't put into Uber and I missed out on $200 million. That doesn't mean like the next opportunity you have to put into a deal you're going to make. But it's just, it's all opportunity. It's all timing. Such is life.
You made a point. I remember one time we were speaking and you were like, everybody always asks for the opportunity. And a lot of people do get the opportunity. Like some people obviously just never get it, right? But a lot of people do get it and they just don't perform in that short window you have that opportunity. So a lot of it is getting the opportunity, but then when your number's called, you got to make the shot, which is the hardest thing to do.
And you have to be careful because a lot of people are drafted, which we'll get into.
We're going to get to the draft.
Yeah, actually, I'll wait on that. But, you know, a lot of people are given an opportunity, right? And they're not totally prepared for it. They're good. They'll be a little bit successful, but they haven't completely polished their whole game. So you get out there, and yes, you do some okay things, but then you ultimately show the team what you're not good
so
at.
great at.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we can't have that out there. When realistically, if you would have been like patient, head down, keep moving, work on your game, like you could have been completely polished, stuck it out, sitting out or not playing, not complaining. Then
be ready to go.
You knock it out the park because when you have your opportunity, you want to have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah, it's a wonder because I agree with that also, and it's a wonder why NBA teams are still so apprehensive to go out and get 21, 22-year-old dudes that are winners. Perfect example is Jalen Brunson. You know, he was 21 when he came out.
Yeah. Okay, guys, timeout. Kevin is always going to list a Knicks player because that's the only
here's
NBA
another
team
one
he knows.
Here's another one that I think will prove this year that an older guy is going to be a really good player going to a good situation is your boy.
Yes. Hey.
The big man. Dalton, connect. I'm
excited for you out there with the Lakers. That's a great opportunity. Ultimately, let's talk about how him and Austin Reeves are like thing one and thing two.
Why? Because they're white dudes?
No, Joe.
Bro, you are racist.
They got some pop. Yeah. They got some wiggle. They can shoot.
They got some swag.
And they might get up there and they might crank one.
I do want to go through the...
No, but hold up. Speaking of the Lakers.
Yeah.
JJ Redick stayed down till his time came up. He had a podcast, talked about basketball, kind of was like a serious podcast where ours is completely not serious because I would not be doing a serious podcast with this dickhead.
Why? You already said that I know enough about basketball, way more than you thought.
He clearly doesn't, but he scored a lot of points.
34 in a men's league. That's my career.
So nobody really cares, but he brings it up every episode. But JJ Redick, you know, had an intelligent podcast. Old Man in the Three.
Yep.
And then he did one with LeBron James where they kind of were just breaking down basketball and he had a lot of great points.
Which I liked watching.
He does a great job of staying serious more than I could ever stay serious.
Yeah.
So I'll give him credit for that. And now he's the head coach. And funny enough, in an interview they asked, you know, what are the things you're excited to prove wrong about you as a head coach? And he was like, I really don't give a fuck.
Do you think that was
about me?
Not genuine?
I just want to win. Yeah, I honestly.
You think that was genuine?
Yeah, because you get to some point.
Yeah,
where you just are. It's so much coming at you that you just are like, I don't care anymore. Yeah. I don't care. I'm going to run my race because I'll tell you this. Anthony Davis, when I was with Wasserman, an agency in California when I first came out, and he was working out in the gym, and someone said something to him like, hey, what about such and such? He was like, yeah, man, like, I don't get in other people's stuff, you know, like, I stay in my lane, you know, because when you start getting out of your lane, that's how you get hit by a Mack truck.
I like that. I never heard that one before, but that's good. Yeah, I can imagine that all the distractions just as players feel, but head coaches, it's like players at least can disperse it amongst the 8 that are playing. Coaches don't disperse that among their assistant coaches. It's like that one dude represents the entire staff, you know? So it's like head coaches almost like get it like the worst in a lot of ways.
Comes with the territory, man.
Yeah, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
They're paying them a lot of money now.
So I think that was cool. I do think that they kind of played him with the Hurley thing. It's like they used JJ Redick to try to go get Hurley, didn't get Hurley, and then just settled for JJ Redick.
Sure it's not the opposite way around?
No, I'm not. That's a good point.
You don't think Hurley played them to go get paid?
Maybe, but I
this is what we like. This is why it's the bench sheet, because we're both sitting on the bench. Kevin, little less experience in the but
I disagree. Okay, I want to go through the top 10 picks, and if there's any one that stands out to you. Everyone says this is a weak draft class. Watch what will happen. This will be like the draft class that's like the 04 class that was really
here
good.
you go saying stupid shit again.
Okay, I don't know how to pronounce half of these dudes' names. Zachary, it can't be Zachary. Well, how do you say that in French?
Okay,
so
isn't it Rashichet?
Yeah, something like that. Alex Sarr from France also, who's like impressive on
These
film.
long, athletic,
That can shoot.
shot blocking, shooting bigs that France is producing. What is going on over there?
I know. What is happening in France?
Baby boom over in France.
Yeah, they're killing it. Reed Shepherd, who is only 6'2", but I think Reed Shepherd is going to be a hooper. There was a game this year I saw, Kentucky, I don't forget who it was. It was a SEC
you
team.
saw it?
And he scored the last like 13 points to will them to victory. Hit a game-winning shot.
Yep.
Stud.
He sure did.
Stefan Castle, your boy from UConn. Ron Holland from G League Ignite. Remind me to ask you about that. Tijane Siouan, don't know who he is. Donovan Clingan, Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. Zach Edey went number 9, which was high, I thought.
Can we
and
just,
Cody Williams.
Can we just think about this? Zach Edey setting ball screens for Ja Morant. He's going to make Ja Morant's defender disappear.
Yeah, he's enormous.
Yeah, I know.
But he doesn't really have a... My only worry... Well, I don't know if it's a worry.
Yeah, set a high ball screen for Ja Morant and roll to the rim.
Yeah, so you're saying just take...
Sink in the defense. We'll kick out to Desmond Bain. We'll kick out to all the shooters, Luke Kennard.
Yeah.
All the shooters that they have. And oh, yeah, by the way, when you stand down there, make sure you wipe everything off the glass on defense.
Yeah, your initial thought in today's basketball is like, oh, he doesn't have a jump shot. So it's like, how well is it going to be? But I don't think you need it at 7'6", right?
My initial thought is you claiming that, someone's going to be good and then not claiming that Zach Edey's going to be good. Why don't you take a sip of, what is that?
I'm going to take this. I never said Zach Edey wasn't going to be good. I just said I thought
anyway,
9 was high.
Every comment that Kevin...
This is Viva Elderberry Tequila Seltzer.
Every comment that Kevin makes, this dumb segment is going to be sponsored by...
I wish
Viva.
it was sponsored. Can we get these guys to sponsor us? Oh, that's delicious and refreshing.
Viva Huckleberry flavored tequila soda water.
Okay, I do want to ask you a little bit about this G League Ignite. Are there conversations in the NBA about this G League Ignite?
No, I don't.
About how
I've never talked about it once.
Okay.
But they got axed, right?
Yeah, they went 2 in like 32 or something like that. I think they won 2 games the entire season.
Oh.
And so they have like a lot of players, like the guy Matas Bazulis.
Yeah, that went to Chicago.
Got picked.
I'm a fan of his game.
Hooper.
You know what? People are talking about, and this is a crazy take. People are talking about Cooper Flagg.
Okay.
And I understand Cooper Flagg does it at a different level.
Yeah.
But Matas
Bazulis is him. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Essentially, like
and
size-wise, ability. But mentality is a little different, obviously. But size-wise, I mean, they kind of look like they do the same things.
And I saw Matas like first. I saw him and he's a year older, so it makes sense.
I worked out with him when I was out in L.A.
You did Bazulis?
It was like 3 years ago, and he was like the same size, and the way he was like finishing above the rim, I was like, this kid's gonna be good. Hey, you think you can give me like a couple of years so I can just get this paper?
You said that to him? Or he said that to you?
I didn't say that.
You wanted to. Okay. First off, Cody Williams. Did his brother Jalen Williams go top 10 also?
I'm not sure that he did, but
in the draft, first rounders.
I think that's super cool. Adding another brother combination. We got brothers everywhere.
We do. There are a lot of brothers and like multiple sets of twins also. One of them being
Lamar
on your team.
twins.
Yeah. Lopez twins.
Wow.
There's another one too, isn't there? I can't think of it.
The Holiday brothers, not twins.
Holiday. There's like 4 of them. Anyway, okay. Speaking of draft, there's another thing that just came through the wire now. A guy who I really liked, Tyler Kolek. Well, we talked about a little bit. Tyler Kolek, selected by the Portland Trailblazers, traded to the Knicks. a guy who runs the pick and well very well, left-handed, can shoot the rock, a little undersized, tough,
a Thibodeau type of guy,
strong, and is just played for Shaka Smart. So if you want someone that like is going to translate defensively, you would think it'd be Shaka Smart. Intensity. What are your takes? Do you think that that's going to fit? I mean, he's probably not going to play a lot.
I'm just going to keep it real with you. Like, it doesn't matter who you've played for in college. Like, if you're under 6'5" and white, like, you're going to get
cooked.
You're going to get run at. Like, people are going to try you. You know what I mean? So, but I think he's a good enough defender, you know, to hold his own. I think he's a competitor. And he's from the Northeast. I'm a huge fan. Tyler.
Yeah.
Take it easy on us when you play us. No, I'm kidding. But no, happy for you. You deserve the best. A Priority Sports client.
He is.
Also. So you made the right decision on what agency you went with. Congratulations.
So is Edie.
Congratulations to the both of them. But congratulations, Tyler, on getting selected to the next. Because Kevin will literally drive you down friggin' meatball subs, Nana's fucking beef spanakopita.
I will teach him the New York ways. I'll get him some pork roll, which we never got when we were in Jersey. But that's
don't need salad.
I'm pumped to see Tyler Kolek in a Knicks uniform. I think he can provide some spark off the bench. It'll take some time. As we know about Tibbs benches, it's hard to get off them, and they've got like 8 dudes that are just like. Three of the people coming off the bench started in the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and we're going to get. Are we going to talk about that?
Do you want to talk to it? Let's get to it.
I think when I woke up from a nap and saw that Mikal Bridges got traded for 5 first-round picks, I was like, "Oh my god!" But
you thought it was an overpay?
No, I'm not going to say that because
you don't talk shit about players.
No, I don't do that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't.
In your thought process, like regular everyday fans are probably like, who weren't Knicks fans were like, oh my God, why the F would that happen? But it's almost like if that's the right puzzle piece to put you guys over the top, then that's what you do.
Man, I'm so glad
sometimes when you get off superstars, you need to get all that you can get for them. So the 5, but they were looking at that as like, we need another 3-point shooter and defender, and this is the perfect pick. And you know what's crazy is someone sent me a clip of when Villanova was playing UNC in the finals, and Stephen A. Smith was like, Villanova does not have one NBA
Dude, can you imagine that?
That's tough because when you're in this business, and we've only been in it for a little bit, to make a take like that,
and
we're doing it.
He's had a lot of takes.
Yeah, he's doing it on First Take.
Yeah, we're doing it with our 1,700 followers we have, but we'll get more. We'll get there, George. Yeah, I will say, it's a credit to 2 things, in my opinion. One, it's a credit to Jay Wright, because Jay Wright, not only is he going out and recruiting guys that aren't 5-star recruits for the most part, some of them were, but a lot of them were not. He's getting guys, developing them in a program, like 1 to 3 years, 2 to 3 years in a program, and building things in them that are clearly really valuable in the NBA.
Yo, chill.
I just want to
say, had plenty of guys that weren't that good.
Yes, but he's also had. Right now, there's a lot of Villanova players that are in the
played
NBA
on the same team,
in the medal of 2 or 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So who's to say? Like, what about the other guys 4 years before that?
Yeah, when the teams weren't so good. I
think Jay Wright is an amazing coach, but there's sometimes where like the player has to be bought into that, and I love that Jay Wright gets the credit on.
So you're taking the player side, I'm taking the coach's side.
I mean, at the end of the day, those guys, I think you got to instill certain things. Like what I think Jay Wright instills is simplicity of basketball, that we're not going to get fancy, we're not going to get out of our box, but guess what? We're all going to have grit. And some guys it translates, other guys it doesn't. Those 4 guys won a championship doing it that way. And Jalen Brunson, shout out to Jalen Brunson in the Roommates podcast, where he said that fucking Jay Wright, after they'd go in and work on like 2
2-foot steps, yeah.
And after they won, Jay Wright was like, now you guys are fucked, because now I know it works.
No, this motherfucker works. Look, I think he did a couple things. One was, it's no secret. I was lucky enough to observe a couple of Jay Wright's practices at Villanova when they were going on that run. In 2017, I saw a practice, and in 2019, I saw a practice after Brunson left. And one thing they work on at nauseum is 2-footed jump stops. They work on driving and getting to a 2-footed stop, which you see the second you watch these guys play, you see them getting to 2 feet.
I know you're dialed on this stuff.
Passing, so and a lot of it is like good pivot work and good post work. The other thing that they all
pivots, front pivots.
Shut up. The other thing that they all do is they shoot the ball extremely well, and that is a Jay Wright thing. Jay Wright gets people when they get to his program. He says, "You are going to be a 3-point shooter. I don't care who you are. The second you get it, shoot it up." And he instills confidence in his players. Now all of these guys are shooters. Like all the ones that are successful are shooters.
Josh Hart is a shooter.
Josh Hart was a very good shooter and is now struggles sometimes.
Wow.
Hit some big.
Josh, I would never talk bad about you like this because let me tell you this.
He hit huge shots.
You got big nuts and you hit big shots.
No, you're saying he's not a shooter. I'm saying he's a shooter.
He said you struggled. That's what he said. Hey, Josh.
He said that.
Josh, if you don't want to get on the pod, we'll kick Kevin off. You can just come on. It'll be me and you.
I'm shouting up these players, and you're just like shitting on them. Okay. The other thing that the Knicks did was they signed OG Anunoby to a huge contract. My man got pizzied.
Yeah, he got
241.
But like I said, the puzzle fits.
Puzzle fits.
Credit to Leon Rose over there in New York because, that is not an easy job. There's a lot of pressure over there. And what he's done to maneuver some pieces around to continue to help grow that organization, credit to him because he's done a good job over there. That's for sure.
I think as a Knicks fan, if you would have said in December, like, we are going to give up Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, and all of our picks.
Yeah, all you guys
we'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, we'd be like, this guy's an idiot. But then you realize you're getting back Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, some good pieces. Hopefully we can re-sign Hartenstein. And you just think, you don't think so. They're going to be in good shape. I think they're going to be a team that's going to be tough to compete with, as the Cavaliers will. Yes. Okay, speaking of Cavaliers, they pick Jason Tyson. I called him 50 Tyson. It wasn't a good joke. I apologize for that. Yeah, hopefully we'll have him on the pod. Yeah. Seems like a hooper. Have you met him yet? Did you talk to him at all?
No, I haven't. I actually, funny enough.
You don't text the guys that get drafted?
Yeah, well, I did. But the reason why I do that is because when I first signed with Philly and I got on, Tobias Harris texted me. He was the only player to text me. I'm like, hey, welcome to the team, da-da-da. And I was like, damn, like that actually is like cool. So every time that we have someone new, while I'm on the team, new or traded or whatever, free agent, drafty, I always text them and be like, hey, welcome to the squad. Like if you need anything, that's me. So I texted.
That's a leader right there,
I texted
folks.
Jason last night. Funny enough, he wears the number 20. And one of the media guys texted me and was like, hey, did you talk to Jason about wearing it? I'm like, no, like, where is this coming from? And I guess he said that he talked to me and we texted, but it was like nothing.
And he said that
you about the number. Someone tried to be like, how much are you going to charge him to wear your number? I'm like, what the fuck?
You want 31 back, so how can we get that?
These guys are getting high NIL money, so yo, Jason, I might need to come correct. You feel me?
How come you're not wearing 31? I never realized that.
I just think because 31 was Utah and college and
just new beginnings.
Yeah, I mean, I had 20 was good to me, so I'm just going to continue to wear it.
You're in that LeBron 6 era.
Oh wait, right Jared Allen wears 31.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah.
Pay the fuck attention.
Why don't you pay him?
This is the problem. He's paid. Take a sip of the tequila water.
I do. Time. This is pretty good. Do you want any? No. You're off the booze. You've been on your Grizzy. You really have. I'm proud of you. Okay. The next thing I'd like to get to, I believe a Priority Sports guy, Kyle Filipowski. Priority?
Yep.
Dropping all the way to Utah. I forget what the pick is.
32.
32. How much of that do you think is because of the court storming incident? Do you think that got a bad?
I don't like to get into other guys. Like I know I had a comment about it. Like it was like whatever. Yeah.
Because it is. I thought it was. You didn't say anything bad. You didn't say anything.
No, I thought it was whack. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I wasn't there. Yeah. But at the same time, I can still look from afar and be like, oh, that was whack. But in the draft, to get back to your original question. The puzzle piece, like I talked about, it doesn't matter where you go. Someone gave me the best advice on draft night. They're like, don't make draft night the highlight of your career. Because a lot of players, that is. I get drafted high, I don't pan out to be shit.
Yeah.
And then I could go through a laundry list of guys who are. But if you get drafted to the right situation where you have opportunity to play and you knock it out the park, I just hope that the people that dropped realize that, like, oh, damn, my agent didn't do this, I dropped, blah, blah, blah. No. The hard work fucking starts. And now go fucking kill Summer League, go fucking kill preseason, go kill when you're down in the G League, and make it so hard to be like, damn, this every opportunity you put this guy in, he fucking kills. It's not just, damn, I'm not on an NBA roster. No, it was never about that. The whole thing is longevity and getting to your second contract and winning.
Yeah, I do wonder because, like, in football especially, it feels like so much of it is out of your control. Like, especially quarterbacks, it's like you could go.
Profession, it's out of your control.
Do you think a lot of it does come down to like the situation and the team you're at?
Absolutely. There's so many people that can play, and there's only so many roles that guys can fit. Like, when you think about it, I'm interviewing like 3 or 4 guys to replace you.
Yeah. Me personally. Imagine that.
Yeah. Why did
Not
you
this
laugh?
guy.
Why did you laugh at that? Stop.
I thought you were saying something else.
But yes,
you see what I'm saying?
It's all about opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's all about, you know, I think being available, because injuries happen. So many times you've seen guys gain opportunities because of injuries. So you want to be healthy, you want to be available, and you just want to knock your opportunities out the park. If it's 4 reps, crush those 4 reps. If it's 10 reps, if it's 3 games, you want to crush all that stuff. And
year 8, by the way, for you,
I'm going 82. To year 9.
82 in year 8. I mean, if you would take a second and look and think back to rookie George Niang, 2016, and someone would told you, hey, sign up for right now, X amount of dollars, many years.
I'd be like, fucking don't touch it. Let me sign right there.
You would just be like, done. Like,
done.
So to this point, you've far exceeded what you were hoping for. Not what you thought you could do, but you would have been happy with where you're at right now.
I think
right?
when you don't have it, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've said this on here before, but when people complain about their situations, it's like, you're complaining about that, but someone took your same situation and won with it.
Yeah.
That being said, we don't need to harp on me much longer.
Bro, you got to give yourself, you don't like to, I want to stop for 1 second and you know who said this was Scal. It's probably hard in the moment to be proud of how far you come because you're still in the fucking grind. You're still every day. You're just,
I don't want to
You're worried about these kids that are getting drafted today
every
taking
year,
your job.
60 motherfuckers trying to roll in. I only interviewed 3 people. They got 60 motherfuckers trying to come.
You were the sixth NBA player I interviewed. So you were number 6, but
you're not supposed to tell me that. You know my ego can't handle that.
But it's really cool to see.
Was it really 6 others?
No, 0.
Because I'll beat you up.
No, it wasn't. You're my number 1 choice, bro. But dude, congrats. 8 years in, you're going on your 9th, and you're guaranteed for 2 more. You are guaranteed for 2 more. I mean,
in this league, nothing is guaranteed.
10 years.
Nothing's guaranteed, but you know, that
paycheck guaranteed.
I appreciate that. No, you know, can we get into what we were talking about earlier? You know, golf. Kevin wanted to bring up golf.
Yes.
Tiger Woods.
I got crushed for that.
Oh, and let me tell you this.
And what did he do the very next outing?
He did not do well, which we're not going to talk about Tiger because, you know, he's legendary and his time has come. He's been amazing for the sport. But we are going to talk about Rory McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy just blowing the
Bryson DeChambeau. Because that was, you talk about people saying golf is boring to watch.
We were texting each other.
Yeah, that was epic. And I feel so bad for Rory because in a lot of other sports, you can mess up and it kind of gets brushed under the rug. But is that not a Masters?
It's a major. It was a major,
yes. To have that as a major and people were on his ass about fucking putting. The whole first 2-3 days, he was fucking sinking putts.
I know.
And you think about all the hard work that he put in sinking putts, and then he misses that last one.
2 out of 2 though, inside 5.
He two-putted. So
no, he missed one on 16, I think, and then one on 18.
Yeah.
So half of me feels so bad for Rory McIlroy because he's a guy.
The other half?
I'll tell you. Let me explain. Because he was the guy.
Facts.
He was the guy that when everyone was leaving to live, he stood his ground. He could have gotten $1 billion. He could have literally gotten $1 billion. And he stood his ground and he's like, no, this is best for the game. And he became the face of the PGA. And it was like awesome because it was at a time when he was really starting to like win a bunch of tournaments, and he was right there in every major. And so you're like, man, I wish he could have got that. But on the same token, it's like he has been in the running on Sunday in so many majors over the past 10 years, and he just cannot close it out.
What do you think he does when he doesn't close it out? Take a sip of that.
What do I think he's doing wrong?
Yeah, no, chug it because that's probably what he's doing after
he's probably drinking it.
Show the people the logo.
This is Viva. We're not even paid by these people, but we should be. Peter, do you guys want to be our first sponsor?
That'd be great. Yeah. Let's do it.
You don't have to answer that.
That'd be great.
We'll charge you like $100. Sound good?
Perfect.
But part of you as the fan again now is like, dude, this is your doing. If you can't make the putts, you can't make the putts. Like you were winning. Like you should have just, right?
Yeah.
It's hard for you to say that.
No,
as
I mean it is, because here's the thing: is when a regular person shows up to work, and I'm not discrediting what they do because
us peons, you mean? Us poor people. No, I got it.
At the end of the day, everybody makes this world go round. Whether it's a fucking janitor, whether it's a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a construction worker, a trashman, they all make the world go round, right? But there's real pressure when you show up to work, and not only are you looking at the deficiencies that you have, like, fuck, I hate that about myself, and I got to be better, and da-da-da-da, and you're looking in the mirror at, like, what you ate.
And working
And there's also a million people behind you that are looking at the same thing and being like, yeah, you are this. Yeah, you are that. Like, that's real fucking pressure. You're fucking laughing. Like,
because there's so much emotion in your eyes.
And it's sometimes you're just like, damn, like I know it myself, you don't got to announce it. Like at the same time, you're like, yes, I'm working on it. Are you going to point it out every freaking time? But what I also realized is that some people don't like what's going on in their life.
That's the point.
And they're quick to announce other people's flaws. And once I realized that, I was like, look, I can't even knock you, because sometimes I do the same thing where I'm like, I want to tell this person about themselves. And it's like, well, what's really wrong with me?
That I need to tell them about themselves.
Facts.
Now, here's where you and I,
Viva!
You and I have more in common than you think. And the one thing we have in common.
No,
yes,
don't.
we do.
I'm different.
No.
You're not like me.
I play high-level basketball, and so do you.
They're not like us.
You are tall, and so am I. Just different, varying degrees of those two things.
Here's the tattoos. I don't.
Okay. We both kind of look alike too. You have hair, I don't, but the beard is the same.
You have a crazy chin.
A little bit better of a chin. I was just going to say you have a better jawline than me. I have a small chin. Okay.
No, that jaw looks like the NHL crease, huh?
Yours or mine?
Yours.
Mine is in. This is what I was going to say, is that you and I both get hate. That happens. Like, we both get hate. Me for the job I do, you for the job you do.
You had...
What hate do I get?
Oh, the grill guy, not Kevin.
Correct. I don't know if you know this, but I have 300,000 followers on Instagram. 303,000. Okay? I'm a content creator. Now, what that means is I go out in front of millions of people and make content. Okay? And one of the things I didn't realize about myself was that I had a small chin. I didn't even know that until someone pointed out to me on the internet. I know, because
you're looking in the mirror, like being like, oh, I'm trying to focus on, what my upper chest area looks like. Meanwhile, the person behind you, like, yo, how about that fifth chin you got when you tuck?
Or a tiny ass chin with weird teeth and long neck.
You kind of look like Seth the Sloth.
I do. Speaking of funny looks, okay, Peter, let's get to our segment. This is a segment we like to call, it's sponsored by Viva. They're paying us one of these. It's called Rate That NBA Draft Wear.
God.
What do you think about Amari Stoudemire 2002? Let's put this up on the screen.
He walked in that suit store and said, give me the biggest one you got. Holy smoke.
Where do you think, because he's taller than you, he's probably 6'11". Where do you think that's going down to on you? At least knees.
Yeah, below that. That's a trench coat. Yeah, honestly.
It's a dress.
That's wild, and the button-up 4 buttons is a crazy look.
And having
was in 2022, because I was out here as a 9-year-old, just
in 2002,
just trying to figure out life and where the devil dogs were in the pantry. But Amari,
Godspeed. He seems like he put it together, because that is no longer his look. But I will say, it is what it is. Peja Stojakovic. Is that a corduroy suit?
In his room, he was listening to Evanescence. Or Panic at the Disco.
Wake me
I
up.
chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
He also, it looks like, has four buttons also. And I think this is a corduroy suit.
That was trash. He's come a long way because he looks snazzy. Europeans usually have really good style.
Is Peter, is this corduroy? It's definitely wrinkled, but it looks like corduroy. I'm not sure.
It's some kind, maybe denim.
Yeah. Anyway, gotta go. The first two, no chance.
I want to say that the one thing I never realized about Peja is how big his ears are. His ears look like mine.
I know, but the crazy part is look at David Stern. His suits are nice.
David Stern's kind of sucking it in there.
Rest in peace.
All right, I'll give this like if 10's horrible, I'll give this like a 8. I've never seen this one.
Fucking chemistry teacher in high school. Holy shit!
You have a red tie that's off to the side. You can smell what he smells like.
Oh, bloody!
Dude, you can tell he just smells like.
God.
I don't even want to say. Just BO beer.
Oh my God!
His pants are up to his nipples. His jacket is too small for him. You can see the sweat pits in his arm.
Oh my God! Why does he look like a high school math teacher?
He looks like a smelly math teacher that you can smell his coffee breath.
Hi, I'm Mr. Levock, and I am teaching your new calculus class.
You know the guys that used to like get in your ear about whatever you were working on, and they just had horrible coffee breath. Oh. And if you had them like 6th period, they smelled too if it was a hot day.
Yeah.
That's Peja right there. You could tell David Stern is smelling some pungent smells. Also, his belt is like tiny.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm confused on this one. Like, this almost is like, have you ever seen like a samurai like dress up like that's how many buttons?
Or like a cholo. I know you're not supposed to say that, but like, you know the.
Oh yeah, with
like
the
lumberjacks.
Yeah, what
A-homes?
type of button up is that?
It's like a lumberjack, right? Like a flannel.
Yes.
Yeah, and they button
like a
the
flannel
top.
button in the top. Yeah, Carmelo. I know they made a commercial about like you don't know what you're talking about.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that is a lot of buttons.
I wish we could see his pants.
A lot of buckets.
Yeah, he
not in that suit.
Did you ever guard him? Because I heard he's like impossible to guard.
Yeah, actually, in Utah when he was with
OKC,
when he was with Portland.
Yeah,
I was in the second unit and I'd come in, and me and him came in at the same time. And one of the coaches, Alex Jensen, was like, "Yeah, George can guard Carmelo," and I'm guarding Carmelo. This is at the back half of his career. Yeah. And like Terry Stotts of the Portland Trailblazers was like triangle side, and
that's
it was like
it was
essentially like a screen for him to get over, and then
mid-post.
Screen on the ball, and then get it in the mid post and go to work. And when I mean like I would get away with either so many fouls to foul him to make sure that he didn't make it, so they'd stop going to that ISO.
Is he strong? People say he's just
he's strong, and when he gets down there, he's pivoting, he's shot faking, he's
deadly.
He knows what's going on.
You also, can you just go back to the other one? You also know, like you could just tell by like how far down the pant split is that these pants are like so long.
Are you looking at my guy's crotch?
No, I'm not looking, but you can see he's got a very large.
What?
He's got a large zipper.
Kevin, chill.
I'm just saying he's a large zipper. All I'm saying is that the zipper right where his wiener is a large zipper.
Sweating and licking his lips and stuff. Chill.
Dude, look at this one. This is insane. All of them are in 2003.
What was up with the tan suits? Like, is this the new color? Like,
this was MJ. All those like pictures of Michael Jordan wearing those big ass suits. Why are there so many buttons? That's what I don't understand. Like, also, you know, at Kmart when you used to go to Kmart and you'd get the tie that matched the shirt. It'd be like a teal tie with like a teal shirt.
Yeah, it almost looked like it's laminated on.
It was like done in, and you would just go to the school dance. That's what these are. Oh my God!
Shit!
He looks like Dr. Evil. Remember Dr. Evil?
No buttons on that and Drew Gooden's a great dude. This one is
literally all of these are from 2002 and 2003. What was up with fashion, and why is he wearing a microphone? He's got a microphone on his.
Honestly, I would be ecstatic if we could get someone.
Is that the Grizzlies?
If we could get someone to walk in with something like, you know who would wear something like that? Tyrese Halliburton.
He'd rock it though.
Yeah, he would.
That'd be his thing.
Oh, this one ain't bad.
This one's not so bad. It's just preppy. Joakim Noah, he was a tennis player. He is kind of a preppy dude, right?
He got swag.
Do you know him? Have you ever?
I was at Joel Embiid's wedding, and
he was there.
Joakim was there. He's He's all time. This is a 10 out of 10 because the bow tie.
I think he looks kind of fresh. You got the it's a seersucker suit, so you don't know much of fashion. I'll teach you a little bit. Seersucker suit.
Isn't it Seersucker Fridays that like they do down in DC or something?
Oh yeah, they do that fucking everywhere. I don't know about that, but seersucker is that like something. Yeah, you teach me something.
Take a sip of the Viva.
Looks like he's got a nice fitting belt, and the zipper is a great size. Yeah, what a good size zipper.
Checking out dudes.
Looks like he's got a nice watch on. I actually like this. This is a good one. LeBron James with the all white.
You know where he went? He went straight from the draft to Michael Rubin's white party.
Do you think he did?
No, I don't even think Michael Rubin had it back then.
LeBron James with the all white. He looks ethereal here. Again, all David Stern. David Stern and bad outfits go hand in hand.
Rest in peace to the GOAT.
Is he gone now?
I think he passed
Rest
away.
in peace to him.
Damn.
He did a great job. Okay, do we have any more? Or is that the last one?
That was it.
Okay, what was your favorite? Mine might have been Drew Gooden looking like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, that one. The no buttons one. I don't know if I could ever see that coming through. But hey, if people brought up what I looked like in
Can you Google that, Peter? Is there any way you could get that?
2022. No.
2022 George Niang draft night. See if anything comes up.
No, I didn't go to the draft. I was the 50th pick. So everybody that's feeling bad,
there's got to be something.
Oh, I dropped. I was the 50th pick.
Or like that Brett Favre pick. Have you ever seen his draft night picture?
No.
He's like in a bed. Everyone's in retro clothes from the 90s, and he's like laying with his family, like answering a cell phone. Not a cell phone.
A Nokia?
No, it wasn't even. It was one of those fucking cordless phones. Did you when you grew up? Did you play on landlines?
Yeah.
Peter, did you have landlines when you grew up or no?
I had like a home phone.
Okay,
I don't know if that's the same.
That counts.
They
Yeah,
don't have
same
those
thing.
anymore.
Okay.
That being said, everybody, we love that you stuck with us. We love that you support the bench sheet. Like, subscribe.
Follow.
Do what you do.
Follow at George Niang. He's got some great content coming. He's going to start doing some skits. They're going to be just him and in his living room doing funny skits. And
that's what Kevin does, and I'm not going to do that.
Can you please just do that once?
But anyway, moving on. We are going to be out in Vegas in a week or so and trying to get some more guests on the podcast. So you guys send us some requests on who we should have on the podcast, and we'll do our best to get them on here.
Clearly, we need Karis LeVert. We see you in the comments about Karis LeVert. I don't know why he's so popular in Cleveland. Well, obviously, he's a great player.
Yeah, we'll work on getting
So we're working on getting Karis. Duncan Robinson blew us off and didn't even show up to our thing. So you know what, Duncan? I got a bone to pick with you. And we played for the same point guard. His name's Brian Hurley. And you played for him, too.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming on the Bench Sheet Podcast. Later.
Thanks, Bench Sheet. Bye.